If you are interested in pursuing osteopathic medicine and getting a DO degree, then you will probably use the AACOMAS to apply to your schools. Unfortunately, I personally never used this application service, so this will be the rare time in our program that I am not able to show you direct examples from my own application, but I will nevertheless go through the sections you can expect on the application. The good news is generally the information asked of you will be very similar to either AACOMAS or TMDSAS, so you can always use my applications with one of those as a reference to see examples of what to put. So the AACOMAS is run by the American Association of Colleges of Osteopathic Medicine. If you are watching this video and you aren't too sure what osteopathic medicine is and how a DO degree is different from an MD degree, go check out my video where I directly compare the two of them. Anyways, this is the same as AACOMAS, where you will complete one application that will go to every school you apply to, and this acts as the centralized application service for DO programs. The first link here is where you can log in to access the application, and the second link will take you to a review page with instructions on how to complete the application if you need more detailed information. As I said before, I am unable to show you the exact application since I never completed one, but instead I can go through the sections with you and tell you what to expect. The AACOMAS only has 4 main sections to it. The first is all about personal information, which is pretty standard across all the application services. Things like contact information, parental information, and biographical information will be the same here. In this section, though, you are given the opportunity to mention anybody in your family that is either an MD or DO that may have influenced your decision to pursue medicine. It doesn't have to be a DO, it can also be an MD. Section 2 is all about your academic career. Information about both high school and college will need to go here. Just like the other applications, you will have to manually put in all of the classes you took during college. However, you will also have to select certain classes that meet AACOMAS's predetermined categories that they will ask for you. This is also the section that your MCAT scores and official transcript will go, but I have separate videos discussing exactly how to do that, so I won't mention it again here. Section 3 is supporting information, and this will probably be the most time-consuming section for you. In addition to your personal statement, which I also have a video for, you will have to put whatever meaningful experiences you've had here. AACOMAS asks you to limit it to experiences you've had in the last 10 years, which means you are absolutely allowed to dig up things you did in high school that you would still consider meaningful during your application. It might help you tack on some shadowing or volunteering hours if you did those things during high school. However, unlike the AACOMAS and TMDSAS, where your achievements will go in the experiences category, here your achievements will be its own place. Don't include any academic or research awards into your experiences because they will need to go into your achievements. If you have watched the AACOMAS and TMDSAS videos, I know I probably sound like a broken record right now, but your recommendation letters will show up in this section, and I go over how to send those in the video on letters of recommendation. Finally, we get to the 4th section, which is just some logistical things that you might need to answer. Some programs you are applying to might have specific requirements or questions that you need to answer, and this is where it will prompt you to do so. This may be different from school to school, so don't expect this section to be the same between you and a friend of yours. Also, this section is where you will be able to see all of the deadlines associated with osteopathic programs. Just as a reminder, in case you didn't watch the costs video, the initial application is just under $200 and each additional school you apply to is $55. So be careful before you go crazy with applying to 20 schools because the charges might start to rack up. And honestly, that's really it with the AACOMAS. All 3 application services are extremely similar in terms of what information goes into them on your end. It's just a matter of selecting the application service that fits what program you are trying to get into. So as a quick review, MD programs will use AACOMAS, DO programs will use AACOMAS, Texas residents will use TMDSAS, and you can absolutely use more than one to apply to multiple programs. Well, you can't use TMDSAS if you're not a Texas resident, but anyone can flip between AACOMAS and AACOMAS. Make sure to check your application every once in a while after submitting, because they will occasionally update the status to inform you when they are receiving things like transcripts or letters. Besides that, that's all you really need to know about this one. But again, if you have more questions, you can always go to that link I provided at the beginning of the video, or just look through the AACOMAS website on your own.